Hello, JL Interviews readers. Hope you're fine. Today's second interviewed guest is Libertad Betancourt. I will tell you something more about her. She's a photographer, art promoter, culture consultant, speaker, and then many more, writer, poet. Well, I will tell you even that some months ago, she started to collaborate with us, and now she's our beautiful, wonderful foreign collaborator, a correspondent from both Americas. And well, she was born, this is also curious because she was born in Mexican City, but nowadays she lives in Houston, Texas, USA. Good morning. Hello, Libertad. ¿Cómo estás? Hello.
Good morning, ciao, ¿cómo estás? Thank you for inviting me. I'm so happy to be with you, Joanna.
Me too, me too. I'm really happy we can finally talk in this way. According our tradition, maybe you know, we started it last weekend. I have 5 questions to you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. So the first is, well, we will start from everyday life. So how is the situation of, I mean, COVID situation in your country, in your hometown, in Mexico, if you know, and in Houston? So just tell us something more, or maybe you can also say something or how did you pass your quarantine?
Okay. I think it's a difficult time for everybody. In general, around the world, we have the same situations. We have people dying. We have no jobs. Restaurants are closed. In the last 2 months, it was worse. Now it's better because restaurants opened in 50%. You can go to the restaurant and you can be sitting, but not next to the other table. You are close, but not that close. You can walk, you can go to the grocery stores, or but the life is not normal like before, of course, because many people they are not working. Companies are closed.
Yeah.
Some companies they open, but the problem is COVID is starting again, and now we have to start again to be they have to work at home, and it's a difficult situation. I think for me it's difficult too because I have kids at home. They don't have school. I don't have a job. I cannot find a new job. But I believe in one thing: when we have a situation in our life, any kind of situation, you have two ways: working positive way or negative. If you are negative, you are going to see everything terrible,
Yes,
and of course it's
good.
terrible.
Yes, very good philosophy. You're right.
And everything is terrible, but if you see the life, because reality it doesn't exist. What exists is how you see the world, the life, your life, how you see the things. And if you think positive, you are going to enjoy COVID if you are not sick or if
Of
you are
course.
not suffering, but you have to transform your life um, to be in the change, in the challenge, to do something during the pandemic moment is happening. It's my opinion.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. But do you feel safe? Yes, everything is okay in general. You're not
Yes,
scared.
we are fine. Thank God, we're fine. In Mexico, the situation I have
Of
family
course.
there is worse
Mm,
because of course safety is not the same. Um, the economical situation is better here because the government help you not in many ways with food or sometimes unemployment or other things. But in Mexico, the economy is different and it's more
yes.
difficult.
Also, I mean, of course, Mexico is not South of America, but I know that South of America, also other countries, have really lots of problems now with the virus. So I was
Yeah.
curious of Mexico, how it's in this case. Okay, and does this virus influence you, or did it influence you somehow? I mean, your art, photographic art.
Oof.
Maybe you did some report from the streets, you know, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. For example, photography in modern times is more a luxury than a necessity, with the demand increasing and decreasing according to the income of customers. And if the situation in the country is bad and the budget is short, people, they don't want to pay for a luxury session of photographs.
Yeah, of course, that's yes. No, but maybe you did something, some report for you, or some, you know, testimony of what was happening on the streets or something like that.
Yeah, I think it, in my way, is, for example, photographers that they are sport photographers. Of course, they're gonna do it because the games were canceled. Or, for example, wedding photographers.
Yes.
They change the plans and they don't have the budget. But you have to be creative. Now we have the option of internet, Zoom, and many applications, and you have to be creative and enthusiastic and find a new, maybe it's time for a new role, no, you know, or
Yes.
I'm combinating poetry with my photography because I love to take pictures, and I'm not a photographer in a studio. I love nature, but I cannot go because I don't have car now, I have an accident, many things. But this is not an obstacle to be positive, to find something new.
Yeah. Oh, my third question is quite similar to what you said now, because of course your life, your whole life is, we can conclude in 3 words: art, culture, and photography. So I was curious why it's so important for you. These 3 things. Why are so important, and what's your artistic soul? Can you say something more about you, about or what you're doing, about your passion?
I think for me, in my life, my whole life, I have been working in art, involved in culture, art, photography too. I think all that things come from my soul, from my spirit. If you is, I'm very spiritual person, not religious, it's spiritual.
Yes.
I'm very reflective. I'm very sensitive, and I think when you are in peace with your inner energy, with your with your soul, you are more creative. Is your natural creativity or pure creativity, and there are many beautiful things. If you like music, you are going to play an instrument, or in my case, I'm very visual and I'm very romantic, or I love to read, I love books, and I love fly with my imagination and my fantasy. And I think it's just, if you are good for one thing, it has not to be separate. The more beautiful thing is when you are trying to integrate everything in one thing. It's rich, it's more it's riches than if you do only one thing. And I think it's just natural. Follow my instinct, be myself. I'm not trying to copy anything or anybody. I respect people, but I want to find my own recipe. And it's what I do, just following inner voice.
I really, I love your work. So, you know, well, I'm very good indeed. I'm testimony. I testify. She is really amazing. And the next question is something totally different, because of course we understood you are a very artistic soul. You're curious of everything, and these days you're taking lessons from a Spanish playwright. Let me read his name, Domingo Ferrandis. And why him? What did he learn? What did you learn from him? Or maybe why did you choose him, or he chose you? Well, tell us more about it.
Okay, Domingo is a very good friend of us, of a group of art and culture, about culture and art. And he is a director, a very good director. I think he's a professional dancer. He was with Placido Domingo. He has 2 master's degrees. Yes. He's very talented. But the most beautiful part for me of Domingo, he is very sensitive. He has a big passion about service, help people, and he opens a group in Zoom, and he invited us. He selected people, and he invited us to create a story. He wants a play with all our ideas. Actually, I have here close to me this paper, because I had the class yesterday, and is the objective of his course is stimulating writing. The idea of writing encounters arise from the need to express everything that is happening to us because of the coronavirus. Uncertainty, fears, loneliness, affection, resilience. Each participant will work on a story in relation to them COVID-19. During the meetings, sensitive material about these pandemic moments will be used as creative triggers. From headlines, images, or private experiences, or those of other people, fictional plots will be created with the purpose of turning them into theatrical text for their future staging. This is what we do, use our imagination to create something, transport our feelings, negative, positive, of a group of 10 people, trying to put everything together for a play in the theater.
Oh, amazing. Nice.
And why him? Because he's the best.
Of course. Okay, Libertad, my dear. And the next and the last question is something, well, something about jail interviews, because we know, I told it before, you're preparing something for us, some new material, photographic material. Maybe you can say something more, just reveal a little bit, not everything, but just a little bit what kind of work it will be.
What I'm preparing?
Yes, for our magazine.
Okay, I love what you are doing with your magazine. I think you are very professional. You are very talented, positive. You have a beautiful energy. You are so beautiful. You are a great person.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias, querida.
And thank you for being part of your team. What I'm preparing, I think I'm preparing I'm very sensitive, that I told you, and I have my unique vision about photography. I love to see details that nobody paid attention about that. When I go, I'm looking not for just a good photo for a texture or for my perspective. No, I love to take pictures with my eye, with my mind, and with my heart.
Yeah.
And it's what you go to the world. I'm preparing photos in that way, in my
nice.
way.
I can't wait to see it.
But especially what I'm trying to put in images and in words, how I feel during the pandemic moment. This is what I'm trying to do for you.
Yes, this is really, unfortunately, we live with it every day, and we have to be strong, and this is your way to fight with it. I mean, how to say it? You struggle with it, with art. I mean, you're using your art to show the present situation in a very different way. So this is beautiful. Yes, we can't wait to see it. Okay, my dear. So thank you very much for being with us. And of course, my dear readers, thank you for being with us both. And like you know, we will see again the next weekend. Have a very, very nice week. Bye bye.
Molto grazie, ciao.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti. Thank you.
Gracias. Ecco. ¿Me sientes todavía